I show you now a big treasure of Marey's collection. This is Muybridge album. You know the story? Muybridge was invited by Marey to come in '81. You know perfectly the story. And when he came in Paris, he decided to offer an album to Marey of his own photography. We have this album. What you are going to see is real pictures. It's not printed. Here it's Palo Alto, where Muybridge made his experimentations with the command of Stanford. Here is his camera, and there were 12 cameras, so it makes 24 exposition. So this is the way they were settled. You had a white hanger with all the numbers correspond to a camera, and there were fades. And the horse, when he began to run with his legs, he broke each fade, and the fade was attached to the camera and make déclencher. How do you say déclencher?
Click.
Click.
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous.
So Muybridge realised, first of all, he'd need a really fast shutter speed, so 1,000th of a second to capture movement, and that hadn't been done before. So he set this up. He put lime down on this track, and he had it was done against a background of whitewashed boards. He knew he would need a very high contrast between the background and the subjects, because photography being in its early days and so difficult to capture movement, you know, it's almost like a silhouette. He needed that sort of strength to show.
Yes.
You know. And then what Muybridge got was these kind of pictures that you can see up here.
Where did the idea come from to take a whole sequence of pictures? So who was it then who said, okay, let's take a sequence of pictures? Was it Stanford or was it Muybridge? My feeling is probably it was Muybridge saying, well, I've got an idea. Stanford wants to find out about his horses and the feet and all the rest of it. We understand that. So Muybridge he's the man, he's the photographer, he does all these strange things with photography. Muybridge can do this. Stanford wants to know about horses. He's racing horses, he's breeding horses. He wants to be able to look at the images of his horses and learn which positions the horse's legs are in, and that's good, so we'll breed from that horse, or yeah, we'll watch out for the, you know, that's what Stanford wants to know, presumably. He's the horse breeder. And he's not going to learn anything that's useful to him from looking at the '79 season of athletes. How does it get from horses to athletes? It's not going to help Stanford. So how does this all suddenly expand, you know? And that's an interesting thing, and I'd like to know the answer. I don't know the answer, but it seems, thinking about it logically, that this is more likely coming from Muybridge. So Muybridge, whether it did or not, Muybridge kind of owns the whole thing, you know, in his head. It's his project.
And the last one are...
Oh, yes.
Look, this is crazy. That's what Stanford wanted to have from
Yes.
Muybridge, this position of horse, but I think it's the most craziest thing of all, the thing we have here, this picture.